A girl never expected that her elf sister, who had lived for thousands of years without ever dating, would suddenly get herself a human boyfriend. What shocked her even more was how insanely powerful this brother-in-law was. No matter how many S-class monsters appeared, he could take them down as easily as chopping vegetables, and somehow even learn new skills from them afterward. Yet not long ago, he was just the errand boy of the team. Back then, even the weakest cave rat took the whole squad to barely defeat. His only job was to identify the loot after battle. With just one glance, he could tell which part of the monster was most valuable. Useful skill. Sure, but no one really cared, since the guild already offered that service. So his existence was basically just to save others some effort. All the dirty work and heavy lifting were thrown his way, and he had long gotten used to it. But he never imagined that one act of obedience would almost cost him his life. On their path forward, they stumbled upon the corpse of a hellhound, but that was a high-level monster. It had no business being in a low-tier dungeon. Anyone with half a brain would have sensed danger, but his greedy teammates only saw money signs. Blinded by the price of hellhound materials, they ignored the obvious warning, and then things got even weirder. The deeper they went, the more hellhound corpses they found. The air thickened with the stench of blood. Sensing danger, he begged them to retreat, but who'd listen to a mere errand boy? They insisted on pressing forward, even threatening to cut him out of the profits if he quit now. With no choice, he followed reluctantly, not knowing he was walking straight into a nightmare. The deeper they went, the more corpses piled up, and when they were still fantasizing about riches, the real danger appeared. From the darkness ahead, dozens of crimson eyes suddenly lit up, and in the next heartbeat, a whole pack of hellhounds charged out. Turns out the corpses they saw were from the pack killing each other for dominance. A single hellhound could wipe out a squad, let alone an entire swarm. But in this life or death moment, his teammates showed their true colors. Their leader ordered the mage to paralyze him on the spot. Before he could react, his body was completely frozen, and those cowards turned and ran, leaving him for dead. He screamed for help, but the only reply was the snarling roar of hellhounds closing in. Fangs tore into his flesh, and the pain snapped him out of the paralysis. Through sheer willpower, he grabbed a rock and smashed it into a hound's skull. In that brief opening, he threw out all his food and materials from his pack. The beasts instantly turned toward the scent, giving him one desperate chance to escape. But just when he thought he was safe, he realized those two bastards had blown up the only exit before running. He bit back the curses and dashed into the only remaining tunnel, only to find it led straight to a massive abyss. Behind him was death, and ahead nothing but darkness. He took a deep breath and chose the only way left, a fall with dignity. He leapt into the abyss. Wind roared past his ears. He thought it was the end, but when he slowly opened his eyes, he was lying beneath a colossal tree, so huge it blotted out the sky. To his shock, he wasn't dead. Even his wounds had completely healed. The scenery around him looked nothing like the dungeon. It was another world entirely. To figure out where he was, he used his identify skill, and what appeared left him frozen. The water he held in his hand was a drop of the world tree, a mythical liquid said to heal any wound instantly. He quickly turned his skill on the massive tree before him, and when the name appeared in his mind, the legendary world tree,